Much better from the boys today. Welcome back to the FML YouTube channel. Just finished watching Spurs beat Atletico Madrid 3-2 in the second leg of the round of 16 Champions League. Unfortunately, they lost 7-5 on aggregate, but much better performance today. They had fight, they had desire, they had snap in their tackles, they pressed, they made it uncomfortable for Atletico Madrid. It was much better. I liked what I saw out of Tell. I liked what I saw out of Archie Gray. I liked what I saw out of Simmons. The team just seemed to have a lot more spirit today. And I'm excited for the next few games. It looks like we have a pulse, boys. We have a pulse. And I think that if they can bring this type of fight and tenacity into their remaining fixtures, I think we'll stay up. There was a lot of positives to take from today. The crowd was into it. Igor Tudor seemed to get his tactics right. He's having them press. He's not having them, we're not doing anything too complicated. We're just keeping it simple. And, to be honest, if it wasn't for Julian Alvarez on Atletico, we could be watching extra time right now, because he was massive for them today with 1 goal and 1 assist. And we really didn't seem to have many answers for Alvarez. But besides that, I think we kept Atletico at bay. We played them well. It makes me really look back at that first leg and be like, that first 14 minutes just absolutely killed us. Whether it was the mistakes, the slipping on the pitch, it was brutal. And the best part about the performance today, it was a follow-up from another great performance this past Sunday at Anfield, where we got a 1-1 draw. Richarlison, late in front of the Kop end, just absolutely I don't know if it's front of the Kop end, but still, in front of the Liverpool faithful, just sticking it to them. Absolutely love it. And to be honest, I couldn't watch the game. I was at work, but from everything I read online and listened to the podcast, the team showed a lot of fight. We were in it for the entire time. It wasn't like it was a snatch and grab. We were good for the 1-1 draw, and we probably could have won it. There was a penalty shout that wasn't awarded in our favor, but it happens. We're not going to get every call. To be honest, we haven't really got many calls this season, so we just got to take that on the chin. But to go away to Anfield, which the only thing we ever get from Anfield is a slap up. So to come away with a lot of fight, get a point, was absolutely fantastic, because we need all hands on deck, the fans, the staff, and the players. Sunday at home, White Hart Lane, Nottingham Forest. This is the big game. I can't believe I'm saying this about Tottenham, but this is a relegation 6-pointer, and must win in my opinion. If we can win this game, get a couple points ahead of daylight ahead in the table, and then we go into the international break and we can go in there on a high, go in there with a bounce. A few weeks, get some of the injured players back and ready for that final stretch, where we'll have games away to Sunderland at the Stadium Light, which will be tough. Back at home to Brighton. Brighton's always a good team. And then just big game against Leeds coming up. That'll be another big one. Away to Chelsea, which penultimate game of the season. We never really get anything at Stamford Bridge. Hopefully by then we're home and hosed, where it's doesn't really matter. I don't want to have to go there needing points, because they'd absolutely love to relegate us. And then final game of the season, Everton at the stadium. Hopefully, again, we're safe by then, and then the game can just be about, enjoying 90 more minutes of the lads, 90 more minutes of the football before we head into the offseason, where we can hopefully do what we ultimately have to do and do a big blow up and a big rebuild and bring in a structure to the club that can actually propel us going forward. Personally, right now, I wouldn't give the job to Igor Tudor full time, just because, like, it's only been a couple games, but he's showing that he has a little bit about him, and he's showing that he can get these players to fight. And Thomas Frank didn't show that at all. So the fact that these players have some scrap in them, they're not afraid to get down in the mud and roll around and get dirty. That excites me. What else excites me is to reward the inaugural QOTW this week to one of my closest friends. I've known him for over 25 years, my boy Steve Rowbottom, who predicted, big Manchester United fan, by the way, massive Manchester United fan, him and his old man, God rest his soul, big Manchester United boys. But before the match, Steve predicted 1-1. I laughed him off. I thought we were going to get slapped up, but he was right. So Steve, cheers to you. You get the inaugural of the week. So cheers to you and Tiff. Satay Prit. Ugh. Uh-oh. I was really impressed with Tell today. He looks like he's really coming into his own at Tottenham, and he just seems to, when he's playing with confidence, he's playing with momentum, and he gets that ball at his feet, he seems to have the confidence of somebody much older than he is, and I hope he can carry that into the rest of the season and into next season. And Archie Gray, from everything I read and listened to, I read online and listened to the podcast this past week, he was outstanding versus Liverpool, and he's someone we can probably build around in the middle of the park going forward. Bergvall is back today. I'm glad to see Lucas Bergvall back. He's a good little box to box player. Gets about the pitch, and he can create some stuff. So I'm excited, and hopefully once the international break is over, there's a chance of getting Mohamed Kudus back. Paulinho, who's in concussion protocol, hopefully he's back. If not Sunday, then after the international break. And then who knows when Bentancur is going to be back, and God knows. I think Maddison will probably be back next season. I think June 1st is supposed to be his return date. And then Kulusevski, I don't know what planet he's on right now, but we haven't seen or heard from him in God knows how long. But yeah, I just want to do a quick video today, covering 2 games. And I'm excited. Maybe not excited, but I'm a little more optimistic about what the next couple months can bring for Tottenham. I think the guy we really got to rally around the next couple months is Richarlison. He seems to thrive in this kind of get down in the mud, roll around, and throw your dinner against the wall type of environment. He loves to shithouse. He likes to get under the skin of opponents and opposing fans. So the game Sunday against Forest, I think he's going to be absolutely key. Just get under the skin of the defenders, play off their shoulders, niggly little fouls, maybe, pinch the fat underlegs, just do things to get under their skin. With the international break coming up, I'll have to try to figure out a little bit of content I'm going to do, because there won't be games. So maybe I'll do a keeper heap, which players I'd keep, which players I'd... maybe a video about what managers I'd like to see at the club next season. But yeah, guys, thank you for continue watching, supporting, liking, subscribing. If you guys want to leave a comment, a question, any kind of criticism, whatever, let me know in the comments. And hopefully when I'm doing this video next week, it will be a big Spurs win against Nottingham Forest. I'll probably be doing a second video next week, but that'll be more of a personal thing, it's going to be like a birthday tribute to a friend who's no longer with us. So that could be a little bit emotional. I'm going to record that and see how I feel about posting it. But either way, guys, in the meantime, in between time, keep safe, keep happy, keep thriving for everything you want to thrive for. And yes, come on, you Spurs.